Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:35 p.m. Enjoy your night.
Alexa, set an alarm for 5 a.m.
Alarm set for 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 4:45 a.m.
Alexa, cancel alarms.
5 a.m. alarm cancelled.
Sick mate. Yes, mate. Okay, not gonna talk too loud. Jeez. It is currently 5:50, mate. I've been awake for about an hour. Yes. 10 milligrams of yohimbine, 1 black coffee. Don't worry, I didn't put sugar in it for all you insulin freaks that know about yohimbine and its mitigating effects with basically food. This is why I'm having it fasted with a black coffee, mate. So I've just been doing an hour of editing, and the sunrise at this present time of the year is between 6 and 6:30, so we've got about 10 to 15 minutes and then I'm going to get outside. Today, training wise, it is back day, and I had a couple of comments in previous videos, mate, asking to see what I do for a back day. So I'm gonna fucking show you, mate. We're actually gonna start off in my local park, yeah. We're breaking up training today because we're not gonna do it all in one go. So once I've had this and get on an absolute level, I'm gonna go to my local park where I can do pull-ups. 10 sets of 10, mate. No, I'm joking. I can't actually do 10 sets of 10. At the moment, I'm just trying to do 50 pull-ups in as little sets as possible. Tried to do it the other day and I got like 10. And then from that point onwards, it was like 6, 6, 6, 6. Jeez. And then I'm going to do a variation of like a bodyweight row, mate, where I put my feet up on this ledge and use a rope. And I row up. It's actually fucking naughty. That one I can do continuous sets of 10 on. So I do 5 sets of 10. And then as a rest time, but to keep myself warm, I actually walk a lap of the park. It's actually pretty fucking sick, mate. Oh, mate. I've got to put on the power of the raving face. Yes, mate. Right, time to do some pull-ups. Jeez. Yes, mate. Right, so it's now 11:45, mate. I was on a call this morning with Josh, yeah? You guys are going to be fucking gassed to hear this. So we had like a little bit of a meeting, mate, from 10 until about 11:15. Yes, mate. What are you saying? You right?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, mate. Good. I think I've had, right, a pretty fucking sick idea.
I had a look at us, I said Discord, because that's what I've used it in the past with my cousin when, because we used to like hop on, we used to record videos together, and he'd game, and we used to, and the audio pick up over that.
Okay, sick. Well, I mean, I think we should potentially try both methods. It really just does come down to what the audio sounds like. Basically, this is the first time you're hearing this. Me and Josh are going to launch a podcast, mate. Jeez, it's going to be called the Sesh Heads Podcast. And it's honestly going to be fucking sick. Like, we're going to talk about everything to do with D&B. We're going to talk about, like, training kind of related stuff. We're going to talk about fucking mindset and lifestyle, motivation, Q&As. We're going to have guests, mate. Jeez, so we're going to basically get a schedule going. We're going to upload once to twice a week. And we're going to rotate through topics. We've got it all planned, mate. So you can expect that probably towards the end of next month. I've also just realised that I'm only going to be 24, mate. No. I'm only going to be 20... Fuck, how old am I? Nah, I've got to be 23. I'm only going to be 23 for 2 more days, mate. That's naughty. Jeez, right, 2 seconds. Wanted to do that before I forgot, mate. Got my standard bowl of oats, yeah? Might as well tell you guys now. I'm planning on growing my beard throughout this quarantine period, right? Unless it goes fucking real long. But I'm going to commit to it. So we're doing alright so far, mate. Also not going to have my hair cut. I'm thinking, yeah, of keeping it long, like fucking just growing it, and then I'll have like a naughty fade when I can go back to the hairdressers, and then a beard, and it will look fucking sick, mate. Jeez. Okay, so I'm just going to fill you in on what I'm doing. So basically, the XDJ can be used as a 4-channel controller with external hardware plugged into it, e.g. my Mac. However, for some reason or another, Pioneer didn't put a button on the controller to be specific to switching between decks 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. So there is actually like a touchscreen button on the screen, but it's quite hard to navigate to and it's not very practical, mate. So I looked online and there's like an updated, actually literally got released 10 days ago, an update you can do, which means that if you double press the shift key when using like a Mac, for example, it will switch between the decks 1 and 3 and 2 and 4, which is a fucking huge deal. Like, people that have been trying to mix with 4 channels up until this point without that, like, double hitting shift as a way to switch between them must have been long, man. So hopefully this goes smoothly, and then after that I can get a naughty mix going with 4 channels. Jeez. Okay. Yes. Basically, I plan all of my days, like, in the morning or the day before, whatever, etc., just to make sure I know what I'm doing. So you can look on the, like, screen or overlay right now. But basically, I'm a little bit behind schedule, I believe, mate. I said that I was going to go for a walk from 12:30 till 1 and then start training. It's now 1 o'clock, so still going to go for a walk. Probably going to start training a bit later, close to 2, I reckon, which is absolutely fine, mate. Jeez, I didn't go for a walk this morning, so going to try and get a decent amount of steps in now, so seeing as we're only allowed to walk for once a day, mate. Right, you guys already know what it is. We've upgraded the Obliterate stack. And I won't lie, this staying in is starting to get to me a little bit. Obviously during the week it isn't too bad because I'm working, but Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays for me, mate, I was always all over the place. Going to Pirate, just driving around, just getting out and about and seeing my mates. And now it's the weekend and I'm like, I can't do anything, mate. I was meant to be in Brighton today and tomorrow with my sister, we were going to get loads of product shots for the sweatshirts, and I was going to do a photo, like had a collab booked in with this up and coming, well, not really an up and coming, but just some geezer that's like wants to get into photography and stuff. I was going to help him out a little bit, but can't do it, mate. So instead we just got to make do with what we can around here and just try and keep strong, mate. We're all in the same position here, and we're all going to come out of it together, mate. Jeez. Okay, mates, we're back from the walk. It's a bit later, it's about 2:30. I just get a bit distracted. Got a lot of things going on at the moment, so sometimes I start working on my laptop and then I'm like, fuck's sake, got to train, mate. So, gonna try and get this done in about an hour. We're just doing back right now. Starting off the session, just gonna get a band, right? Get warmed up a little bit, mate. Safety first. Yes, mate. Okay, so I'm trying to replicate my normal training sessions at the moment with what I've got. So what you're looking at right now is a fat dumbbell, mate. I managed to make probably about a 45 kilo dumbbell. Those big fat plates are 10 kilos, they're not like 20. Haven't got the right screws for this particular dumbbell bar, so I'm having to use bands to keep it together. But it's pretty naughty, so I usually would start off a back session with bent over rows, either barbell or dumbbell. The barbell that I ordered got cancelled, so we're just working with dumbbells at the moment. But to be fair, this is what I usually do, like weight wise as well. I'll usually start with 6 to 8 reps with heavy for like 2 sets, and then I'll drop it down for 2 sets and do a bit lighter. So it's pretty naughty that I can still do the same movement as my usual session, but in here. Alright, so next up, we're gonna do a naughty pull movement from above, mate. Obviously we did pull-ups this morning. I've attached a band to the kind of roof or beam of my garage, and basically we're just gonna get a bit of a naughty kind of pull down action, mate. Okay, so obviously with all of these banded movements, the movement gets harder as you sort of reach the end of the motion, mate. It's also all about the strength profile. So what you want to do is you always want to make sure that you get a good squeeze and a bit of a hold in the point where it's hardest to give the most load onto the muscles, mate. Create the most stimulus. So therefore I was stretching right up, easy, easy, hard, 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 and as it's hard, really keep it in tight. Yes. Right, we're going to switch over to the slightly smaller, heavier resistance bands now. I've attached them to the same. I'm just using this desk because it's proper heavy. It's loaded with loads of like books and shit. We're going to do some, essentially, what would be seated V-bar cable rows, mate. Like fucking naughty. This is actually pretty good. I can get quite good sort of resistance on this because the bands are shorter. Get a good squeeze. Yes, mate. Yes. Okay, so to make this movement a bit harder, I superset it with the bands in the same position, but basically just change the angle in which I'm pulling. Pull from the elbows higher up, driving them back, mate. Get some more upper back rear delt action. And then I'm even going to superset it again, using the cable in the same place. I don't know if I just called them rope then, but obviously they're not cables, they're not ropes, they're fucking bands. Using the band, the same band that I used for the sort of pull, single arm pull downs, I'm going to do some pullovers, mate. But the same goes with all banded movements. Obviously, the further you move away from the band, the heavier resistance is. So try to sort of choose a point in which the resistance works well. Obviously, it is hard to gauge, but that's how you make the movement harder. So obviously you can utilize techniques like pausing, slowing down eccentrics, like short rest times, supersets, different ways to basically create more stimulus without having to increase weight per se. So I'm going to do 4 sets of this in total. Like obviously there's like almost 3 exercises one after another, so that's quite a lot. And then we might do one more movement, mate. Jeez. So this final movement gets a little bit weird, mate. But basically I've attached the 2 smaller purple bands to the banister, whatever it's fucking called, mate, beam. Almost going to try and replicate like a pull-in for the lats. It's weird though because I can't stand, because if I stand then basically I'm too like high up, I can't get a big enough squeeze. If I go onto my knees then there's too much tension, the bands don't reach. So it just happens to be that this weird stair stepper thing, if I sit on the top metal bar, it's a pretty good position, mate. Fuck knows, man. This is all such a weird time, but I'm gonna look back on this and just be like, just laugh, mate. Laugh and just be like, fair play for doing what you did. And when we go back to training in the gym, mate, we're all gonna appreciate all the equipment. Okay, mate. I hope you enjoyed that workout kind of footage and it was valuable. If it sounded like I was talking with a little bit less energy, it's because like freaking my neighbours were doing gardening and shit just outside the garage, so they're a bit older and I didn't want them to think like, what the fuck's going on with our neighbour, mate. Jeez. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying all day to get my head around why the sound isn't working when I plug in my laptop to make it a 4-channel mixer. Like, I can load all 4 decks, it's all fine, but the sound output is wrong. Like, it just plays out loud throughout the speakers, regardless of if the channel fader or the channel slider is up. It's just so frustrating. Like, all I want to do is if I load deck 1, then I only want to be able to hear deck 1 if either the Q is pressed and obviously I have my headphones on, or slider deck 1 is up, not just if nothing is up. Anyways, it works fucking sick with just a USB and 2 channels. 2 channels is like all you need. Like, you can make mad fucking unreal sick mixes with just 2 channels, but I want to be able to use this with 4 channels or 3 channels, etc. So that's my task for this weekend. I did post on D&B Talk. Hopefully they'll approve that and someone will get back to me. I know it can be done without external hardware. Like, I know I don't need fucking CDJs plugged in to do it. It is literally set up fine. It's just the sound output that I need to figure out. And all the settings on the controller seem right, like they're all online, so nothing I can do about it right now. Definitely going to get a mix recorded this weekend, whether that's now or tomorrow. We'll see, mate. Tomorrow should be pretty sick. I think I'm going to film again. I'm heading out with my dad just to some local place to take some pictures of the sweatshirts, mate, and probably just going to film a video over Saturday and Sunday. Sunday being my birthday. Jeez. Alright, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for supporting all of the content. I know I'm uploading frequently at the moment. Hopefully you guys aren't getting bored of seeing me, or it's a bit too much, mate. But yeah, gonna do some mixing. I appreciate all of you guys, and let's just fucking continue with the good energy, mate.